Alright, and we are good to go. New game tonight, Ship Graveyard Simulator. Now that the button to schedule ships for breaking doesn't actually disappear, so we can try an alternative carrier as Shipbreaker. So welcome to the stream, and let's see how it goes for us. So let's move over to the game and see about it. Already started the game with the first tutorial steps done, so know that we can now schedule ships for breaking. So let's see about it. So load the saved game where we have started out and wait until we get the game running. There we go. Collect enough materials to build a workshop, and then we have a ship named Atropos to be destroyed. So let's get to it. And we do have kind of simple selection of tools like the sledgehammer, the hacksaw and hand, so not quite the most advanced selection of tools yet. So let's run over to the ship and start out with it. So we have some things on the dock we can break down with the hammer, so let's take out our sledgehammer and start. This game is somewhat simplified so that you can just break things apart and they result in bits of material, and not like that you have to actually dismantle them orderly, neatly and work them over. There we go. So we get a bit of copper and some steel and cast iron. We can also dismantle the old empty barrel. And we have to of course hit the correct spots with the hammer. So we got some oil, probably not the best one ever. Let's see if we can also dismantle the box. Yes, though it produced no material. Alright, let's try with another box. That wasn't very useful, but it seems to increase the destruction percentage of the ship anyway. So let's clear out the deck by taking the crates apart. The amount of useful materials was very limited. Another old barrel. There we go. Again a bit of oil, and actually a bit more oil, as it was probably more full of oil. Like you also scrape the oil from the walls of the barrel apparently. Hello there, Camu, great to see you. And indeed we have a new career as a shipbreaker, so hello there and welcome to the stream. Always good to see our good Pat. Oh, no problem. We gave some gifts out in Kisu's stream, as it seemed to be going nicely. So let's see about breaking the ship down more here. So we have the kind of attachment point let's see, should result in some steel probably. There we go. Yeah, pretty good amount of steel and some cast iron. We can also take apart the kind of capstan or some other deck, part of the deck machinery. And also produces some rusted steel. We can apparently also take apart the life preserver holder, results in 1 bit of steel. Another steel box. If we would hit the points indicated, would be easier. Alright, should come apart much more easily now. There we go. That resulted in a lot of materials. We can also maybe take the pallet apart. Not much happening with it though. There we go. That didn't leave any material. Then we can take the capstan probably apart for some metal. Would be more interesting if you also had to dismantle these proper. Would be probably quite rusted to take apart, like dismantle proper. Another steel post. There we go. At least we should have pretty good arm muscles, like swinging the hammer all day. Looks like the pallets produce nothing useful, but have to be taken apart in any case. There's also the crates. Rope holder, alright. Would imagine these could be recycled more effectively as parts of ships, but the overall realism of the game is mildly limited in terms of like how you take the deck machinery apart, but especially breaking down the life preserver is kind of amusing. Alright, we are done with. We have quite a few bits in inventory. And we can also level up our hammer and sawing skills, plus saw damage, saw sharpness, and we can also increase equipment and car slots, so plus 10% hammer damage. Alright, super hit, looks good. Let's add super hit to our hammer and also increase the saw sharpness. Hello there, Kisu. Indeed, kind of brittle. You can break steel down properly. Hello there, Ticadron. Great to see you. You both, of course, get a wave. Very nice to hear of you. Doing pretty well and also properly awake to play tonight, unlike last night went like cross-country skiing 5 kilometers and went also walking for over 5 kilometers, and then was kind of tired by come the evening, so trying again with the ship graveyard simulator tonight. So let's, yeah, has to be super hit with the sledgehammer. Sounds good. Would like to get rid of the palette, but it doesn't agree currently, so there we go. So we are reaching 50%. And as we increased the inventory slots, we have more space. And apparently we have some more deck machinery here to get rid of, though the water barrels, though they appear plastic ones, they also break down apart quite the same way. The cabin also appears to have some stuff in it. There's also some copper on the control panel, and we can also break up the stool. There we go. Alright, now we have again full inventory. To wonder what we need to build the workshop, as there was the mission to build the workshop. So lockpick, explosives, zipline. Alright, there are quite a few. We can also increase the material prices and lower the ship prices. Alright. So wondering how we built the workshop, that is currently like the mission. Alright, there's the exclamation mark there, so probably that can tell us something. It's of course stylish to run with the sledgehammer. Alright, there's something. Yeah, there's a construction site here. Costs 400, 10x rusted steel, 6x copper. So we first of all need to also make 400, so let's go sell some materials. If we can find the guy who buys them. These two are not the ones. Yeah, here is the guy you can sell materials to. So we can sell all cast iron, oil, and some of the rusted steel. Alright, now we have enough money to buy the spot for the workshop, and then we need to collect more materials. We can probably then like build something hopefully useful when we can buy the spot and then construct. So we can buy this, and then we need one more copper. So we need to still collect one copper. You kind of like break increasingly demanding large ships with first with the sledgehammer and hacksaw, then blowtorch, explosives. So practically you just improve as a shipbreaker and level up for more tools and more demanding ships to break down. So it's exactly what the name of the game promises, ship graveyard simulator. So you just try to earn and build items by breaking down ships, as far as have understood. Nothing further to it. So let's go to the ship and try to find one more copper. After building the workshop, we can probably go to sleep for. Alright, there was a bit of free oil laying on the ground. We can probably then sleep for the day. Alright, the kind of overall visibility is mildly affected by. So there should be some copper here, so let's take out our hammer. And now we should have enough materials. To finish the workshop and then probably sleep, as it's getting kind of poor visibility. Alright, we can break a rusted beam for 6 more copper. Or at least wood, but it didn't really budge, so let's take care of the workshop first. There we go. Melting. Combine materials and melt them down to create new alloys. Every alloy requires different melting conditions. You need to carefully set up the furnace and be careful. One mistake can ruin your materials. Warehouse. Use a warehouse near the furnace to store materials. Upgrade. Expand workshop to acquire access to new furnace melting options. Temperature, air and water access are very important in the melting process. By upgrading, you also increase storage space. Alright, and now we can also put items in the workshop, but currently we are mostly interested in sleeping for the day, as the visibility starts to be kind of limited by 8 p.m. apparently. Would be nice if could find the door. At least can see the bed. And it can be also used outside, so that's kind of practical. You can go to the bed from outside the wall. Them fancy game design. Ah, hello there, Manchu. Great to see you also. Hopefully your day has been good, as also your weekend. Ah, mostly good. Indeed, did some more exercise. We had exercise day or outdoor activity day at work on Friday, so skied about 7 kilometers, and then skied also on Saturday. So was a bit tired, so didn't stream then, but tonight, yes, also organized things around the room a bit, so do think a pretty good weekend overall. Will be a pretty silent week at work because many are on ski vacation now, so indeed. Alright, and we could indeed sleep also from behind the wall, so now that it's again visible, we can continue with the ship. Whoever this guy is, the guys look pretty much like workers of like a very questionable ship breaking yard somewhere, because they all look really downtrodden. Fortunately, we are quite enthusiastic to work and even run, not just walk, to the ship to keep breaking it down. The other guys pretty much look kind of downtrodden, one might say. The game surprisingly well simulates like questionable ship breakers somewhere less fortunate atmosphere-wise. Would still like to destroy the pallet, but have not really made progress with it. There we go, finally. That really hit the spot. We also have some electricity items here, but they are not. Right, this is actually breakable. Or at least it should be. It turns green, but it doesn't really do much. Alright, let's try that later. We still have items that we know we can break here. There we go for some more metal. And again break this and get some more materials from it. Then we have a few barrels here also to break soon. Runs with both hands in front of body. Indeed. Do not know what the location is supposed to be exactly, but it looks very correctly downtrodden for somewhat questionable shipbreakers. RLC might be the case. Alright. Also, this game could use a mod where you get the skunk paws. Would even be pretty important for correct immersion. Would like this to be the correct way to deal with barrels, because it would make a very nice sound when you bang the barrel with the sledgehammer. it would make very nice noise when you would be dismantling the barrels, like by beating them with the sledgehammer. Then we still have one attachment post. There we go. Some more rusted steel and cast iron. And then we have still one capstan left here. Shipboard machinery. There we go. It was also solid. Alright, that for some reason got a lot of speed. This indeed looks quite hopeless with a lot of really broken ships floating everywhere. We can't apparently take the mount apart. So let's continue with the cabin. We have some items left here. We can open the wooden box. It contains some steel proper even. Alright, run out of inventory space, so alright, and there's the boxes that are not useful, so we can get rid of this because it produces no material. And get rid of the barrel and the other box that produces no material. And get rid of this now that we got the contents. Right, there were still a couple of bits of metal in it. Alright, let's go to the workshop and see if we can forge some unalloyed steel next. We can also swing the sledgehammer while running, so we look even more efficient. Alright. So if we put in rusted steel and cast iron, do we like get the unalloyed steel? How does this exactly work? Because the workshop looks like a collection of workshop upgrade, yes, but how do we use the forge? Alright, this thing is then the furnace, and we can choose temperature, like would we like 500,000 or 1,500? Like 3 choices of temperature. Looks quite involved piece of equipment. Let's see. Alright. Unalloyed steel, cast steel. So we put in rusted steel and copper and 1000. So let's set the temperature. There we go. Easy temperature indicator. Set it to 1000 degrees. So we are good for the unalloyed steel. And then we insert materials. So we insert some rusted steel and some copper. Alright, that's aluminium. And then we somehow turn the device on, would think. Clicking on the recipe seems to do nothing. Alright, there's a nice switch to throw. Alright, we finished the tutorial. Deliver required materials to complete orders and get rewards. You will never be able to complete them all. New orders will show up every day. Alright, did we now get product out of this thing? Yes, or at least it should appear somewhere. Yes, it fell out of the thing. So what do we do with unalloyed steel? Can we like sell it for more money? 84 compared to selling the rusted steel, like if we sell 5 rusted steel, alright, 45, and this produces, so we see the market prices here. Titanium is pretty nice, as also chromium, cold scrap, chemicals, yeah, you wish. Titanium alloy, acid resistant steel, alright. Kerosene, we clearly have a lot to find yet. Alcohols is also for, it's 55, so we should find some captain's old stash of drinks probably. Let's sell most of the items. There we go. New order available. We can also buy a lockpick. So let's buy the lockpick. Lockpicking looks suspiciously much like in certain Bethesda games. And then we of course try to unlock now that we have lockpicks. Then go back to the ship as it's only afternoon. We had some locked boxes in there, so now we get to try the lockpicks. The running indeed looks confusing, like he runs without moving his hands, which is kind of unsettling. So we are still some items away from having finished here. Pick up the rest of the, and then we have the boxes we can try to unlock. Alright, that was pretty easy. Whoever puts like just materials into the box, and then we can of course use the hammer to dismantle the box. At least if standing in the right position, I would think. Yes. Then we have the other box. We can only apparently rotate one of the lockpicks anyway. Interesting. Alright. Contains silver scrap, so that should be a bit more money. Can we also dismantle the small box? Haven't at least yet found the spot where it would turn. We apparently can't dismantle the ship's console. Alright, we have some nice pipes here also. Alright, there are a few items also on the roof. Alright, there's another box we can unlock. Close. Alright, that contained alcohols. So we found some drink. We apparently. Alright, we can take also the small box apart, which doesn't contribute to the destruction progress though. Alright, we can take the pole out. So there are some poles we can take out. Alright, the copper fell off the deck. Then we have the rusted beams. But it seems, is this like one of the things that requires the saw? Yep. So we have to saw these apart. So let's keep sawing. Fortunately, it's quite quick compared to real hacksaw. When you would be sawing that thick material with the handheld saw, it would take a long time. Alright, we have one more beam to go. So saw we do. That does produce a lot of copper. Like it's a rusted beam, but seems to mostly consist of copper. We could pick up even more copper, but it seems to be again dark enough that going to again go to sleep first. We have also almost dismantled the ship. Fortunately, we can also use the bed from the outside, as we discovered the previous time. Right. We can hire workers who look really downtrodden also, but currently do think that we do not really need a worker, as we are almost done also with the ship. Soft steel, yeah. Considering how easy it is to saw through. Alright, let's see if we can produce some more products with the furnace. Some rusted steel and some copper. There we go, so we can produce some more valuable product this way. Let's turn our furnace on. It's quite quick when we think that it melts metal, like almost immediately the goods fall out. Alright, let's sell pretty much everything. Quite a bit of money. And now we can pick up the rest of the steel ingots here and also sell those. There we go. Can we buy anything new tool-wise? Not really. Our hacksaw also is kind of 52% blade-wise, so let's upgrade the hacksaw blade. Apparently we do not need to upgrade the... Alright, new tools for rusted steel, copper, unalloyed steel. We have to keep that in mind next. Next to upgrade the tool shop. So let's go to the ship and finish it, because there's only like a 1% or such left on the ship. We also have here one rusted beam we can take out, so let's take hacksaw and saw. Sparks even fly very convincingly. There we go for some sawing action. And we do not even have to like swing the mouse back and forth. Really small slice. Alright, we have some copper here. So let's see what we still have to dismantle on the ship, and also pick up the rest of the copper. Doesn't seem to be much left on the This we can't dismantle, at least yet. We have the small box. We can take it apart with the sledgehammer. But that didn't really change the percentage, no. And we can't take the control console apart. But we can take the electric box apart, it seems. Looks really convincing. No wonder the ship doesn't move if the electrics look like this. Alright, we apparently need the blowtorch to take apart the electric box, so that's pretty much the only item left on the whole ship, so let's see if we can order more ships to be broken down. And or we need to upgrade the tool shop to get access to the blowtorch to remove the electrics. Let's see what we needed to upgrade the tool shop. 6x crusted steel, 10x copper, 5x unalloyed steel. Can we buy them also, like? Apparently we can't buy items. Which would be kind of useful if we could buy. Let's check if we can. Alright, there's some chicken here also. Hello. Order, let's check that out also. Alright, 10x oil or 10x copper, for example. Let's check on house if we can arrange another ship, or do we have to dig around the yard to find enough things to dismantle, as we can't order materials. Dismiss that ship, and we can now book like a bit better ship. Some kind of barge. Built in the US 1990. Sounds pretty short lifespan for a ship when we consider. And this is like ShipTube, simply the best shipwrecks. And it looks like a normal browser. Your ship will be delivered at 8. You will find it on the beach. So let's come to the beach for additional scrap and then sleep. So our new ship will be delivered, as we can't yet remove the electrics without blowtorch. ShipTube, indeed. Ah, and thank you for the follows, Sky Husky and Skip Wolf. Of course, welcome to the stream also, you too, so you also get the wave, of course. Great to have you here. Hopefully you have been enjoying the shipbreaking this far. And let's go for some more shipbreaking here then. Now that we ordered a new ship from the ship tube, we can go around the beach and see if we find some scrap. So we can comb the beach for bits and pieces. Right, and we can take that apart, so hammer out and start working. Alright, this complete superstructure of a ship here. Alright, and we have a box we can lockpick here. Some scrap silver, nice. And of course break down the box also. Right, and there's also one metal stand left over. Right, and some steel posts here we can also dismantle. Pretty useful also walking around the beach and find some useful stuff. There we go, not much else on this ship. Right, there are some poles here. Right. And was there still one pole? Was that it? Right, still pretty good. A bit of free scrap. Right, let's see what else we needed to upgrade the tool shop. So we need $650 and 5 unalloyed steel, so we need a bit more materials to produce the 5 to think. There we go, that should take care of that requirement. That's pretty easy, like you just put stuff in and then product falls out. Very easy smelting. Smelting, fortunately, doesn't take too much effort, one might say. But yes, now we still need a bit more money. Let's see. $10 copper and 650, and it was 6 rusted steel, so we can sell a bit and sell the silver scrap and oil and cast iron. And now we have everything but 10 copper, so getting close. Let's see if we can find a source of copper on the beach. Still. No, tomorrow from the next ship, of course. Right, these produce a bit of copper, so. And as we need only 10, so we are not far off. Right, and now we do have 10 copper, so we should be able to upgrade the tool shop. Now. Right, can we now upgrade? Yes, we can. It's amusing that it doesn't draw the upgrade in any manner. It just goes dark and then you see the upgraded shop. Kind of simplistic model of upgrading shops, it seems. But yes, we have now upgraded the tool shop and we can access better hammers, an angle grinder, oil mop, wow, Mega Mop 2018, and a blowtorch. great. We do not probably have much money now, no, but we have new tools available like the oil mop. A specialist mop for collecting oil puddles and spills, so probably we gain oil. It looks really specialist like a normal mop. But we upgraded the tool shop and we are good for the day, so let's find the bed, for example, through the wall of the house, because you can utilize the bed as long as you can activate the bed outline, even if you're not inside the building. There we go. That was easy. Let's activate the bed through the wall. Alright, and our new ship to break arrives. There we go. It moved surprisingly quickly, like get beached. Alright, let's not just walk, but run to work. This is a bit different ship compared to the previous one for sure. Yeah, the hacksaw does the work. Of course we have also access to the angle grinder now that we upgraded the tool shop. Very good. Right, let's keep going. So, hammer time. A bit of hammering with the barrels, so we get some rusty steel and oil. Alright, we have also a cable reel, and we get one rusty steel from that. Steel post. Get higher tire tool, so this actually requires like a better hammer. Yes. So we need to improve our hammer soon, as we already have items that can be only dismantled with the improved hammer. And the capstans go. Right, and this can be actually dismantled with the lower tire hammer, so we do not need the higher tire hammer for these. There we go. This we can't apparently dismantle. Right, full inventory, so let's get rid of the crates in the meantime, as these produce nothing. There we go, and then run to the shops and or the workshop to produce a bit more better steel for sale. Right, we can produce that much currently. And then wait for it. There we go. Then we can sell at least those. And the oil, as we do not have too many uses for the oil this far. Alright, we have 416. Actually the better hammer costs very considerably, 900. So we need to save more. Let's see if we can sell everything for now and try to find more copper. Alright, we also leveled up, so let's see about skills. 10 skill points, so let's improve the hammer speed again. Equipment slot. Sprint speed, yes. Car slot, haven't yet used the car, so saw damage. Sharp blade. Even more saw damage. More hammer damage, more hammer speed. More equipment slots. Even more hammer damage, more sprint speed. Also hammer skill improves your movement speed. Right, it's only noon, so we should return to the ship. Oh, Arvu. Or it's Arvu, whatever that is, but probably only Avu is an offense, so I would say that Arvu clearly is not. So let's raise a paw for that. Alright. And we are good to continue. Let's not walk, but run to work. A bit rocky spot here. SGS shipping line. Hammer time. Alright, we have bottle of oil, so that would be useful for the mop. So environmentally friendly, we would pick up the oil. We just need the mop for the oil, which also costs, so we'll see. Alright, this also requires the better hammer. These we can in turn go after with the normal one. So how has the chat been liking cardboards? How has the chat been liking the ship graveyard simulator this far? Skunks as shipbreakers. There's also some tobacco residue in this corner of the ship, like seafarers probably never smoke, and here's the electric box that requires a blowtorch to remove. Alright, and here we again have steel parts that are not removable without the better hammer. And we have a gas tank, of course, which requires also the better hammer. That looks really safe, like safety wise. Let's beat the gas tank with the hammer. So let's see about the upper deck, as we still need to improve our hammer. Alright, there's also a door here we can lockpick. Alright, and it provides more steel. And we can also unlock the Alright, this contains some alcohol, nice. We could only break the door, alright. Cardboards, of course they are also broken down with the hammer. Cardboard. Wood crate contains some heater. Alright, requires a blowtorch to remove, as also the electric box. You can also open a locker. Which contains cast iron but also some alcohol. Alright. Upper deck. Alright, lamp, but requires blowtorch to remove. More steel parts. These we can remove with the normal hammer. Alright, locked box. That was lucky. Lockpick. Surprisingly, the steel bolts just need the normal hammer, unlike the other components. Right, we have $700 and all the materials. So we should be able to get the better hammer soon also. So let's go and see if we can upgrade our fine hammer. So if we start by producing steel as our copper supply allows. There we go. Let's turn the furnace on and soon product drop out. There we go. Fortunately that's quite automated. Then sell things. Mostly we can sell everything. We even have two bottles of alcohol, so should be a pretty good haul. Yes, now we have easily enough money for more tools from the nice tool shop. Tool time. So let's buy steel hammer. Best friend of every ship destroyer, highly experienced hammer wielder can destroy objects with a single hit. Great, and then we can also buy the blowtorch, high temperature metal cutting tool, very dangerous, keep away from flammable objects. Alright, and now we learn the blowtorch. Focus on burning outlined objects and hinges first to scrap objects. If you like a lot of burning, you will quickly run out of fuel. Buy more in the tool shop. Get more experience in burning by spending points in your skill tree. So now we have even blowtorch and it's full of fuel, so no need to buy more yet. Starts to be pretty late, so do think that we'll sleep first and then go to the ship again to work. And as the tradition is, we sleep from the outside. Soon as we can select the bed again. There we go. It's more efficient to sleep from the outside, as we never then have to use the door. So let's get onto the ship. Still we had running position. Now we have the blowtorch and the better hammer, so not much on the ship should remain invulnerable to us. Right, the new hammer looks more fancy even. Now we get the pure steel directly instead of rusted steel. Now that these are not untouchable for us anymore. The new hammer even looks better with the black shaft and everything. Now we can also get rid of these. And now we can get rid of the gas tank also. Fortunately that was apparently empty. And now we can remove the hose holder, alright. So now we can use the blowtorch to cut it off. And of course, how have the viewers been enjoying the ship graveyard simulator this far? Feel free to tell in the chat also. Has it been interesting? Alright, let's try the blowtorch. Alright, that was easy. We shouldn't use the blowtorch too close to the oil, of course. Then let's see if we can remove the electric box. So some more blowtorch. There we go. Plenty of materials from the electrics. And more things to remove with the blowtorch here. Alright. This already takes a lot of effort to remove because it requires cutting 4 attachments. And still a bit left. There we go. And then it produces only a few pieces of cast iron. Alright, box. And electrics. There we go, do not think we have anything left. We can even break the locker door with the hammer, so of course. There we go. Alright, we have another locker here we can lockpick. There we go, we still have some oil that could use the mop. And another door here. This ship is clearly more advanced, it has a computer on it. Heater, alright, we can remove the heater also. Blowtorch time. Let's see if we can get this ship up to 100% still today. And then see who we can raid. So let's keep going and see if we get to 100%. There we go. Right, ran out of inventory space. Let's remove also the other heater. There we go. Another locker. More alcohol. The captain was clearly. Then we have to save. We have to actually unlock an ability to be able to open that. Another locker, which also contained alcohol. We apparently can't break the safe this way. Alright, we also have one more reel here. Let's remove that. We run out of fuel. Would seem so, yes. So let's run to get more and hopefully buy the mop. To mop up some oil. And of course increase value, because now we can also produce brass from copper and aluminium. Alright. And we can produce in the right temperature also cast steel. So let's go out with some cast steel. There we go. And remember to add temperature. Let's make sure it was 1500, yes. So, and let's turn on our furnace. There we go, plenty of steel. Should be enough to get the mop. So we can mop up some oil. Now we can again sell pretty much everything. Yeah, 1500, that should be enough for the mop. Oil mop, 350. Mopping, collect oil and chemical spills with that modern tool. You can also use it to clean your house, as we know. Circle around your mop is the mop range. Keep in mind that to collect multiple materials at the same time. Get more experience in mopping by spending points in skill tree. Good. We are ready to go mopping. Let's run with the mop to look more impressive. There we go. Fortunately it's that easy. This one wish it was this easy with real world oil spills. It just turns into nice cans of oil as you mop it up. Were it this easy with real world oil spills. That produced a lot of oil. Nice. We forgot to buy fuel for the blowtorch, so we need to return shortly. No more oil spills on this deck, do think. Nope, that's like garbage. Right, now we can also destroy this with the hammer. %95 done. Alright, we have the lamp here, so we also need blowtorch fuel for this. Let's buy some. Alright, and our blowtorch is full of fuel. Alright. Nice effects with the flow torch. %98 done. Was there still something in the cabin other than the safe? Doesn't look like there's much else left on the ship, so let's return as we are done, except the safe, which we can't unlock yet without the right skill, so time to sleep and finish the first week of shipwrecking. And then we can see what we can raid and finish the stream once we can find the correct spot to utilize the bed. For once, go in the door. Alright. And save the game here. So, we are done for today. Let's see who we can raid, and thank you everyone. Thank you for the new followers, and thank you for joining us tonight for some shipbreaking. Hopefully you all enjoyed and will return to this game also probably someday in the near future. So let's see who we would raid tonight. Alright, not that many streamers tonight. It seems that Blink Sparrow is playing Hunt Showdown. Bramble Squirrel is again doing Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. Alright, not very familiar with the newer Zelda games, but otherwise do like Bramble, so let's go for Bramble Squirrel again. Alright. Let's go for it then. So thank you for joining everyone. Good night, and tomorrow we will be playing Magic the Gathering again, so thank you all and see you tomorrow.